God, in all his wisdom, placed at the center of all things the root of love, the way, the truth, and the life, so that no matter whom you choose to listen unto with your own free will, there at the center God is. On account of this, by whatsoever road you yourselves choose to travel by, east or west, in a way each and every one of you will be judged by God. My word does not come forth by myself alone, for I and the Father are one, and the one who is with me brings his word through me unto the wise few who hath ear to listen, in the hopes that those who choose to live day after day as his children might become among the seeing, that they might live. For the seeing of the works of the breath are necessary so that the mortals might believe, so that they might be saved. For there was once a wise ruler who would exalt his subjects by the merit of their character, raising and leading up those who were good, and doing whatsoever it took to ensure at all costs that the morally lesser remained in the places of low stature, so that they would not be permitted to rule. And day after day that same wise ruler would pray, saying, "Oh, that I was a perfect servant, that I might be of some help unto my God." On account of this, the favor of the Lord was with that same wise ruler, so that the ruler's kingdom began to abound and overflow, as the wealth of all the nations of all the earth was brought through its gates. And there in that same place the signs and wonders began to flow forth, and all throughout the world that same nation became known as the kingdom of heaven on earth. Can you interpret this parable? For there are only a few of the rulers throughout all creation that are able to. For wisdom and the spirit of the one true living God escapes the great many, as he goes about staying distant and hidden from those whom he abhors. Have you forgotten that if you are Christian, you are commanded to divide away and multiply, not to let the evil of failed nations or failed cultures enter in, stating by your own actions that your own fatal interpretation of mercy is more important than the God you so claim to serve? No, you are not to be the servants of thyselves, but rather you are to be the servants of God, and to obey God as it is written, to drive out those who are unknowingly worshiping the devil and calling him God. For the devil is the great deceiver, and he is leading their nations to meet their own destruction. Therefore, I must ask each of you, is it the devil who hath enslaved you, so that you are no longer able to act? Has thy mouth gone off to be enslaved by political correctness, or perhaps some other, so that you are no longer able to speak without fear? Do you no longer believe that I am God? For in response to the weakness of all mankind, evil hath begun rising up all throughout creation without the opposition of good, and it hath but only one cure. A coward is a man who has lost the will to fight, one who believes that morality prevents him from doing so. But no coward enters the kingdom of heaven. The breath of life dwelleth within all things, so that even the little children whom I love know enough to say, "Show us the Father." But all creation hath turned away from the strength and the power of God, to bend knee instead unto the one who preaches easy things, promising that peace and that which is easy is the road unto life. And yet all such as these have never seen God nor heard his voice. For it was the Christ who said, narrow is the gate and difficult is the way that leads into life, and there are few who find it. The many twist the scriptures unto their own damnation. On account of this, beware who ye let interpret your nation's ancient Greek and Hebrew. For if that man be mortal, then, I ask you, how could he point the way unto life? For there is but one hope for the salvation of all mankind, and yet all mankind loves to listen to that which is easy. But let me ask you, little one, was that what the Christ and the prophets were doing? Easy? No. For you see the Christ and the prophets out battling, doing the will of my Father day after day, so that they might live. It is written that if you seek me, you will find me. But a great many have stopped seeking, only to read or to listen unto the sound of their own voices, rather than the one who is from the beginning, the I Am, who was long before all religion and every word of Holy Scripture, long before any among mankind professed to have claimed God by foolish word. No, plainly I tell you, all the nations of all the earth cannot bear the Spirit of the truth. All the nations of all the earth hate the Spirit of the truth with all their heart, with all their soul, and with all their mind. And that is why they crucified the Christ. For the time is coming that anyone who kills you will think that they are offering a service unto God. Remember that I have told you these things, so that you do not fall away. I am the light of all knowledge and wisdom. The desires of thy own heart shall manifest unto those who seek after me the light of the truth, so that their joy floweth forth as a wellspring, welling up into a blessing unto all the nations of all the earth, and life everlasting. You are to go forth being ever loving of that which is good, but ever hating of evil, eating of my flesh and drinking of my blood, so that you might unlock the key to all knowledge, and follow in the footsteps of the truth and the breath of all life, so that you might be able to bring forth the signs of the existence of heaven. And in times ancient I told you of these things, but still, even today, many of you do not believe. But if there is one who is wise among you, one who is a son, if you ask the Father for power against the fish of the snake, it will be given unto you.